Well, don't actually. Hi,
I
guys.
Hi, guys.
I'm Emily. I'm from Cambridge in the UK.
And I'm Gabriel. I'm from Birmingham, also in the UK. We're both teachers at the Ponte Lungo School in Rome.
Yeah.
If there's anyone there,
Out there.
please,
There's not
if there's anyone there, please tell us your name and where you are at the moment. We'd like to know.
Yeah. We want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're looking at world records today. Are you interested in world records in general, Gabe?
I used to be. I used to buy that. I don't know if this has traveled to Italy, but I used to take an interest in the Guinness Book of Records when I was younger.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of weird records that people have made. Mostly, I think I was interested in the bizarreness and the weirdness of what people had decided to achieve, I think.
Yeah.
What about you?
We had a couple of Guinness World Record books, but I was slightly traumatized by them, and I quite quickly stopped wanting to look inside, because even the risk just to open a random page, because you might end up on like person with the most. I remember a really horrible one was the person with the most clothespins on their face, and it was just very disturbing. And there are a lot of.
I used to like that. I think I used to like that kind of stuff, though. You know, it's like you'd flick open a page and there'd be a man with like fingernails 9 meters long or something like that.
Yeah.
You're just like, well, that's what he's chosen to do with his life. You know, it's just good for him. You know.
Yeah. I don't know. Fingernails is a bit gross, but it's not the worst thing. Some of it is real life body horror, and I don't need to see that. I don't need to see the person with the most piercings on their face or on their body or whatever. The longest toenails. But we're not going to be doing these types of world records today.
Damn it. No, today we are looking at talking about world records, more mainstream, mainline world records, let's say, and using superlatives as well.
Yeah.
And if we get some students at some point, that would be grand as well. But we can continue the chat for the interests of the video, at least.
Well, maybe for now we should just kind of string our chat out, because we can't do this quiz just the two of us.
No, considering we've gone through the questions as well.
Yeah.
So when did I was going to say George Bush, Bill Gates lose his title?
I don't know when, but it was a while ago. A few years ago, I think. I mean, Microsoft hasn't been the company for a while now.
Yeah. Okay, it says until 2018. Yeah,
oh, wow.
He was until 2018 the wealthiest person in the world.
Okay, well, I take it back then. I thought it was longer than that. Okay.
No, I suppose that Microsoft's definitely been in decline, hasn't it? Or just not as big, I think.
Yeah.
Apple has probably stolen a lot of custom, I think, over the last 10 years or so as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. What
This
was
is talking about. Go
on. What was your least favorite world record that you ever came across? Were you ever scarred by any, like I was?
For me, the weirder the better, I think. So, like, in terms of least favorite, I guess they would just be the most disappointing or the most.
Oh yeah.
So I don't really remember those. You know.
If I ever look in the Guinness World Records and it's the kind of disappointing one, I just feel relieved.
But then I feel more outraged because then I feel like somebody has wasted their life on achieving a totally pointless world record.
They're kind of all pointless, though.
They are, but
most money donated to a charity.
If they, oh yeah, of course. But if you're gonna do one, I would rather it be like super weird and super
funny.
I don't know. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
we have a viewer.
We have a viewer, yeah.
If you can write to us, our single student, we would love to know where you are and what your name is.
Yeah.
Because this quiz is a little difficult for Gabe and I to do together because we know what the answers are. Look. Yes, I remember all the answers. So what we've said is that for number one, the answer is not Bill Gates. We know that much for sure. So if it's not Bill Gates, who could it be? Who are some other famous rich people? What's the name of the guy in charge of Apple these days? I can't remember his name.
Oh, no, I don't know. An interesting one. He must be in the money. Oh, no, that's not the kind of apple.
Apple.
Yeah, exactly.
Elon Musk, he's another one.
Elon Musk,
crazy
yeah.
Billionaire.
Elon Musk and his grand plans to build a
oh, we have a student.
Retreat.
Andrea. So good to have you. From Mestre. I know Mestre. I lived in Mestre for 3 months. One summer, I worked as an au pair. Ragazza alla pari in Mestre. Warren Buffett is another very, very rich man. Good guess. It's not the correct answer, but it's a great guess, yeah. Well, let's put up the answer for number one because Andrea has probably been watching it for ages. Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is the owner of Amazon. And he is the richest man in the world. So, Andrea, what about number two? Where
was the world's largest pizza made?
I actually don't remember the answer to this one.
I hope it's somewhere in the south of Italy, somewhere. I'd be really disappointed if it's like New York or something. I don't know.
Do you remember, Gabe, the answer?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I remember number 3 and 4, but I don't remember number 2. So, Andrea, what do you think for number 2? We're going to give you a private lesson. 2 teachers, 1 student. I should probably stop saying it like that. He thinks Naples.
Naples. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
South Africa.
South Africa.
Okay, interesting.
I wonder what the incentive was, other than making the largest pizza, obviously.
Probably that was it, though.
Yeah.
Just the
I was thinking more along the same lines as you, Andrea. I thought it might be Naples or something.
Yeah.
What about 3? Yeah, exactly. My thoughts exactly. Pizza in South Africa.
I mean, pizza is all over the world, but for South Africa to hold that record is surprising. Yeah.
Yeah. What is the biggest country in the world by land mass?
So the mass is the very upsetting for an Italian to know that the world's largest, biggest pizza was made in South Africa. So the land mass means the land.
The area that the land covers, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The size of the land, of the ground. Yeah. So hopefully we answered that question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not biggest, it means not biggest by population, but the biggest physically. China's pretty big. China is
Russia?
Big. Sorry?
Is it Russia? I think it's Russia.
But you know the answer.
I don't know the answer.
Oh, you don't know the answer? You only looked at number 1?
No. I have only looked at number 1.
Oh, cool. Well, I know the answer. And it is Russia.
Can you reveal the answer? It is Russia. Okay, yeah. You just sit there. I know. Yeah, China's pretty big there as well.
Yeah. Canada's very, very big. Australia, lots of big land masses.
Number 4. Which language is spoken by the most people? Does this mean the most known language, or does this mean the language with native speakers most spoken?
I think it's the same either way. I think this language is spoken by more people as a first language than any other language is spoken as a first language or a second language.
Okay. All right.
What do you think, Andrea? But we still just got 1. Yeah. Those are great ideas.
Is it
English is definitely the most spoken as a second language. A lot more people speak English as a second language than as their first language, in fact. But it's not the most spoken in the world overall. Do you want to guess, Gabe? I'm not going to comment on Spanish because I don't want to confirm or deny. Mandarin? It's Mandarin, yeah. Mandarin, which is a Chinese language.
1.2 billion.
But Spanish is next, I think. Or Hindu. A lot of people speak Hindi.
Spanish is next.
I think Spanish and Hindi and English are next, but yeah. Okay. Okay. Match the superlatives with the nouns. So which
if which superlative matches up with which noun on the right? If I read the nouns on the right first, and then we can start with richest. So we have city, person, language, country, book, car, building, and tree. Hi, Alexia from Reggio Emilia. So let's start with richest. Which noun does the superlative richest go with? And already Andrea's going with person.
Pretty good. Pretty good guess.
Well done.
The world's richest person. So careful, Andrea. We need to go 1, 2. We need to go in this order. So let's start with number 2. Remember your idea for number 3. We'll talk about that next. But for now, number 2, biggest. Good. I think biggest is so general. Biggest, the world's biggest. You could have that with all of these, really.
You could have it with a few, couldn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because especially when we get onto things like largest as well. Biggest and largest are
those are synonyms. Yeah.
Almost entirely synonymous.
Yeah. So biggest, I think, Andrea, that's a good guess. What did you do? 2D, biggest country, the world's biggest country.
Yeah.
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 Alexia, do you want to
see what? Yeah.
What do you think for number 2? Biggest country, biggest city, biggest building, biggest car, biggest book? Alexia? Oh, Alexia's saying number 3. See, like Andrea. 2A, biggest city. I mean, guys, there is no correct answer here, by the way. So, okay. But biggest city, the world's biggest city, makes sense as well. This is a very flexible exercise, except for number 3. For number 3, I think there's only one. And you both have got it right. Most widely spoken language, because we have spoken.
Yeah. Number 4, most dangerous.
I want to know what is the world's most dangerous tree. Or book.
Ooh, most dangerous book is a good one, I think.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I think that's a really interesting one.
Yeah. So we have 2 ideas. The world's most dangerous city, the world's most dangerous car. Both make sense. Both good answers. Most dangerous city, yeah. Most dangerous car makes sense as well.
5, the largest.
Yeah. So large is a little strange because it's a false friend. It does not mean largo in Italian. It is a synonym of big.
This may be easier at this point to think about elimination here, because some of these superlatives match better with some nouns, I think.
Yeah.
So maybe you can work them out by. So we have 5G, largest building. Largest building works, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I agree.
Just largest building works.
There are 2 possibilities, really. But I'm not sure which way around they are.
It's probably.
Well, let's just see.
I don't.
Okay. But the largest tree. I guess for tree we wouldn't say high, would we? We'd say tall. So,
yes.
But the largest
Tallest tree.
All right.
6E. The longest book.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
Nice.
Perfect. So high. Okay, great. Yeah.
6E. 7.
G.
The highest building.
Good.
Yep. Excellent.
Yeah.
Well done, guys.
And
With
last,
the most expensive car.
yeah.
Good. So which two patterns of superlatives do we have here, guys?
Yeah. What's the difference between most dangerous and biggest, or most expensive and highest? Why do we have this difference? And for this one, why do we use most? And for this one, why do we use est? What's the difference? Okay, maybe we need a code word for when someone is just explaining and explaining. Because I caught myself about to do it there, just repeating myself round and round.
But it can't be
too weird. It needs to be.
No, it can't be too weird. Exactly, it's got to be in context. Yes, as Andrea's put, est for short superlative. Excellent. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Especially when we have like a one-syllable, richest. Yes, and Alexia's given the other one. Fantastic. Most for the long adjectives.
Perfect, guys. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
High.
Well done.
Short. Highest. Expensive. 3 syllables. Long. So the most expensive. While we're looking at the grammar, so high is 1 syllable. Expensive is 3 syllables. What do you do if the word is 2 syllables? Is it short or long? So let me give you a couple of examples. I'll write this out. So high, 1 syllable. Andrea says short usually. Short sometimes. So we've got high, 1 syllable, short. Expensive. 2. How many L's does syllable have?
2.
Giving it 3. Only 2.
As in
3.
Total. Oh, you mean in the total word, right? Okay. It's got 3.
Okay, good. So these guys have said if it's 2 syllables, it's short. So sometimes that's true. So for example, we would have happy, the happiest. So that's the short. Okay, but Andrea has said modern becomes the most modern.
Most modern.
Why? So what is the difference here? And there is a rule. There is a rule in English to describe this difference. I'll give you guys some more examples. So happy becomes the happiest. What about
lucky?
Lucky. Yeah. I'll give you some more. Lucky. Modern. Heavy. is luckiest. Good. So lucky takes the est, the short. What about... Oh, modern you said, Andrea. Sorry, I meant to write boring. Sorry, modern you already told us. What about boring? 2 syllables, boring. You guys can ignore modern because Andrea already told us the answer. Heaviest, good. So heavy is short. The most boring.
Most boring, excellent.
Yeah.
So what's the rule? What's the rule that's developing here? Why grammatically does heavy and lucky go to heaviest and luckiest? But why does modern go to most modern and boring go to most boring?
And there is a rule. Let me give you another example. So
They sound bad. That's a reason as well, I think.
That's a good strategy, Andrea. Absolutely. If it sounds bad, probably you're correct, and it should be the other way. What about tranquil? What about careful? So these are all 2 syllables. Heavy, lucky, tranquil, careful. The most tranquil, yeah. I think I've dangled this for long enough. Yeah. So the difference is the last letter of the adjective. If you look at lucky, happy, heavy, all of these adjectives finish with the letter Y. So if the adjective is 2 syllables and it finishes with Y, short. Pretty, prettiest. If the adjective is 2 syllables and it finishes with a different letter, long. The most tranquil, the most modern, the most careful. Okay. Cool.
Good.
I like to get a bit of grammar in there. No, ignore.
Ignore.
Okay. They end with a consonant, Andrea, yes, but if the adjective ends with an A, still, if it's 2 syllables, it's long. It's only the letter Y, the epsilon, where it's short. All other letters, A, B, C, D, E, are long. The most careful, Alexia. Yeah.
Yep, and the most careful, Alexia. Yeah, excellent. Okay, so here we have a gap fill. Try to guess the superlative in the space. The shoes they had were $200.
Yeah. So again, there is not one correct answer here. There could be a lot of variety. The most expensive, that works.
Excellent. Most expensive shoes they had were $200.
Yeah. What would be the opposite of the most expensive? That's good, Andrea, for number 2. Yeah. But just before I put the answer for number 1, what is the opposite of the most expensive? The cheapest. Good. Both answers are correct, guys. So the cheapest shoes they had were $200. The most expensive shoes they had were $200. Both good. And we've got this is the best car I've ever driven. Great. This is the fastest car I've ever driven. Good. This is the slowest car I've ever driven. All possible.
Best is good as well because we've got a real irregular superlative there as well. So that's really good too. Good, nice example, Alex. Yeah. 3, he's got the temper. Sorry. I'm getting the sense of the sentence. He's got the temper. So impatient.
The highest temper. Maybe Andrea is thinking of temperature. No, but that doesn't mean impatient. So highest is to do with your physical position. It's not to do with your temper. So somebody impatient. Impatient describes somebody's personality.
Yeah, we use a different adjective with patience. Patient.
Yeah, this is quite difficult though, because this number 3, this is a very English expression. I mean, not English, the country, but the language. It's quite particular to English. Roughest is good. The roughest temper. That makes sense, actually. That's quite nice. It's the rudest temper. He's got the rudest temper. The worst temper is great.
The worst temper.
All of these are good. So we're going, I think, okay. The quickest temper.
The quickest temper.
So
yeah, if you describe somebody as quick-tempered, I think you would most often see quick attached to temper, though. Quick, if you're quick-tempered, it means you become angry quite quickly, quite fast.
Yeah.
So he's got the quickest temper means he becomes angry very quickly.
Yeah.
Also, I was potentially hottest as well. Sometimes we use hot, I think, to describe hot-tempered.
Yeah. I was thinking of shortest, which is the same.
The shortest temper.
If you have a short temper,
short and quick,
angry very quickly. Yeah. But the worst temper, the roughest temper, these are good adjectives as well. None of them are wrong. They're all good. Number 4. That's the I've ever seen her. There are so many could be in here. I'd like to have drunkest. So number 4, guys, has a lot of possibilities. Oh, the latest. So that's the latest I've ever seen her. Yeah, that makes sense. That's good. You there, Gabe?
Yeah.
You sit so still sometimes.
I'm just so many superlatives are raining into my mind.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But
yeah, the latest. Yeah.
This is great. I'm just going to spell that for you. Oops, no, I'm not. The latest is great.
The latest meaning the
arriving
the
late.
most recent time.
Oh
no.
I don't think in that sense.
I see what you mean. Oh, I see what you mean. No, because I was going to tweak it slightly to mean that's the last I've ever seen of her.
Yeah. But I think in terms of arriving late, it makes sense. That's the latest I've ever seen her. She's even later than
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I know both of those have different meanings as well, but I think you can use them in this sense. Well, let's see what would you like to have there for number 4, Gabe? Do you have a suggestion?
I like drunkest, I think.
The angriest. Okay, good. Number 5. Where's John?
She's the most positive person I know. So we've already got a superlative in after the space here, but we want another superlative in front of it. So we have most positive here, but we're after another one too. And
presumably this one here has a similar meaning to the most positive. So it should be something similar in order for the sentence, in order for it to make sense. And a positive person, when we talk about for someone's personality, is somebody optimistic. Somebody who always thinks of the good side of things. So what could we have? It's not the most optimistic, though, because there's not enough space. I think these are all short adjectives for this activity. That one?
Funniest. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
She's the funniest, most positive person I know. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, there's a comma there because we're adding one superlative onto another, as though to list 2 adjectives.
Yeah.
She's the happiest, one description, most positive, another description. So we need the comma. Yeah, well spotted.
Good.
Happiest, most positive person I know.
Yeah.
That must be the hamburger ever. Sorry, I stole your go.
No. Well, it doesn't matter. I don't know if you did or not.
That must be the hamburger ever.
I hope it's not just the obvious one that we had before. That makes sense. Yeah.
Best hamburger ever. Yeah. I want juiciest, sweetest. Nice.
Sweetest. The sweetest hamburger, yeah.
Or the worst hamburger, yeah. Exactly. You could have the opposite.
Yeah, let's see. Fattest. Okay. So hamburger.
That's a weird description for a hamburger, though. Weirdly, I think.
Yeah, it would probably be the thickest.
Yeah. Was it maybe the thickest or the deepest or the chunkiest, the chunkiest?
Okay, good.
Okay.
Number 7, that's the cell phone on the market.
Mm.
I have an idea. I have a guess what it is. A bit American. The most expensive cell phone on the market, the newest cell phone on the market. Yeah. I mean, the most expensive cell phone on the market, that absolutely makes sense, Alexia, so that's good. There is not enough space for the most expensive. So it can't be the answer here, but grammatically, it's perfect. I suspect, I think I agree with Andrea. Oh, the thinnest, okay. Yeah, good, Andrea got it, yeah. Opposite of
thinnest.
The thinnest cell phone on the market. Okay. I thought it would be newest as well. Good turn.
Yeah, or you could say latest as well for newest too, as in the sense of most recent, I think too.
Yeah.
Latest cell phone on the market. 8. This is the weather we've had in a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what 8 and 9 are. Alexia, cheapest for number 7 works as well.
For
yeah.
7, yeah.
Ooh, what does it mean in a while? It means in a long time.
A long period of time, yeah.
Yeah, let me write that. Is it one word? I think it's in a while.
In.
I don't think a while is one. I think it's in a while.
I wonder if there is a stupid addition of those two together though as well. A while is a word, I think.
Is a word.
But it kind of means you can have it as one word, but it means the same as if you separated it.
Yeah. Okay.
Stupid.
Well, I'll keep it. Yeah.
This is the coldest weather we've had in a while. Great. This is the warmest weather we've had in a while. This is the hottest weather. Perfect.
You're making a lot of noise.
Sorry. I'm in that groove again. I'm in that in that bit where the filth is.
The warmest, the hottest, good. I think it's going to be that irregular that we saw, but all of your answers are great.
Yeah.
The worst weather, the hottest weather, those are great. Number 9, there is one correct answer.
Hottest, obviously. I think that's what Alexia was answering.
My something friend.
My hottest friend is coming to town. I'm
so excited.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, best is what we're looking for there. Yeah,
good,
and Alexia will.
Yeah, and then there. Yeah. Okay, we have 4 minutes. Your besties, yeah, I like that. Your besties is your best friends, or your bestie is your best friend. Next. Okay.
So we've got irregular relatives here. We've already, you've already given us a few of them, but let's see if we can do the other 3 in this as well. So match, but we're going to win.
Okay, Gabe, you've gone a bit Daft Punk, as I always say.
Have I got Daft Punk once more? Okay.
But yes, this is best, I think. Good. This is the best match ever. We're going to win. Cool. Alexia says best. And Andrea's got the next one too. Are you kidding? That's probably the thing from reality I've ever heard. And the adjective is far. So, I mean, Andrea's already said it. Far is irregular. In the superlative, it becomes, so farthest, furthest. And farthest, I think, do you think it's more American or is it just too?
I think far. I feel like father version of it. I think father with an A may be a more antiquated version, but I would use a U, I think.
Yeah, I would say furthest.
Oh, I don't know. Actually, maybe it's an old American.
So to Valerio,
it's hard to know.
Yeah. To Valerio, from the previous activity, in a while means in a long time. So Valerio, if you look up in the chat, you can see it's quite a long way away now. But we talked a bit about, okay, let me write it again. In a while. In a long time. Okay, and they've given us the next one. So it's the pair up I've seen in ages. It's the worst. You're mad because your team is the likely to win. Okay, good, Alexia. So this is a little strange. Little as an adjective means small, but this is not the sense here. So what we want really is a negative imperative, and Alessia's got it, and Andrea has got it for the next one. Yep. So the least likely.
The least likely to win, yes, which is the opposite of the most excellent stuff.
Yeah. Do you want to do the last bit?
Yeah, well, we've still got the most valuable player on our team, so we're taking home at least one trophy.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, good. And I want to add another adjective here, which is not something that's included in any of the other lessons or focuses, which is the adjective fun. So fun, 3 letters, very short word, 1 syllable. Long or short, guys? In fact, we've got to stop, so maybe, well, no, it's the last one, so we can take an extra minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Andrea, this is the problem. Fun is very strange. It is irregular. It is not the funnest, but the most fun.
Fun.
Yeah. There is no logical reason why. It just is.
I wonder if it's to do with the difference between fun and funny.
But that would still work. The funniest, the funnest, that would still be fine.
But I wonder if it's for a clarity sense or something like that, because they are very close together.
They are.
Otherwise, logically, there is no reason.
I think if someone were making decisions about what we should do in English for clarity's sake, then a lot of the language would be very different to what it is.
It's true, but it's erratic, isn't it? And sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, I feel.
Yeah.
Also,
but Andrea, you're right, more fun, also in the comparative, yeah. Football is more fun than tennis, or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Funniest.
So fun versus funny. There is a specific difference. Something funny. So fun is a more general adjective. Something funny is something that makes you laugh. Something whereas something fun is just something something you like in general. So I'm just rushing through this.
It's entertaining, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, fun is something that's entertaining in some way.
Yeah. Yeah. So, for example, football is fun. It's a good activity. It's an entertaining activity, but it is not funny. It doesn't make you laugh. Or cooking. If you like cooking, cooking is fun, but not funny. So both are for people. You could have a fun person and a funny person. Okie doke. Hopefully that was clear.
Okay, I'm just going to write that down as well.
Okay, cool.
Makes you laugh.
No, it makes you laugh, Andrea. Something funny makes you laugh. Something fun just means you like it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, something fun doesn't give you a reaction so much as it's just something entertaining or somebody entertaining, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas funny, there's a reaction. It has to make you laugh.
Jim Carrey is a funny actor. To most people, I mean, he's an easy example to give. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we're after there. Yeah. Really good stuff. Bye.